Sir, can you come here and tell us about this Venus Project? You got a shirt on that says Venus Project. What is the Venus Project? Here, hang on a second. Hello? Doesn't matter how you speak. The words matter. They'll get out.
Venus Project.
Speak right into it.
The Venus Project.
Oh.
The Venus Project is basically looking at the problems that we have today and what do they have in common? What's the root cause of the problems that we have, and to try and address those problems.
What do you think the root problem is?
Scarcity.
Scarcity of resources?
Scarcity of resources, whether it is naturally occurring or through corporations, through the profit motive.
I think that all politicians should have to trade salaries with teachers and ambulance workers and firefighters. I don't think they should be paid that much as they get, and have a person who is trying to intellectually enlighten our entire society make $50,000 a year, while Mr. Campbell makes $193,000 a year.
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes, you can, please.
The truth is, the BC Liberal government is destroying social housing in BC. I think that what they want to do is what Thatcher did in England, just destroy social housing, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Yes, sir, go ahead. That's what it's all about today. Everybody speaks.
I volunteer at Co-op Radio. I do a radio show. And what happens is, you're right, every single political party in British Columbia is the exact same. You take a look at, I always say this on the radio, for the last 40 to 50 years, every single political party in charge of British Columbia has ran this province right to the ground. Every single party has their own scandals. Every single party has stolen from the people. I've had enough of this stuff, and I wish for once the Canadian people grab some backbone. I served almost 9 years in the Canadian military. I was over in Iran in '88. I don't support war. I support the troops. I support bringing them home. Let's putting our resources back in the hands of the people, back where it belongs. And I really like what Jamie's saying here, because he's hitting it bang on in so many things. We do need a party that's going to stand up for the people. That's what I fully support. That's what I want to say, Jamie.
He just had it on the head. We're being robbed. And we caught the guys. We know who stole our money and how they did it. And our reaction is, we basically come home, caught a couple guys walking down our front steps with their TV in their arms, and we're asking them, what's on tonight? That's a nice TV. I had one just like it. We got a problem around town. We got a bunch of tough guys. Everyone's watching UFC, you know, their muscle shirts and chains, learning chokeholds, looking for a fight. You want to fight? Stand up and fight for your country, because it's getting jacked in broad daylight. These are just gangsters. They got you running around scared of dudes with tattoos on their arms. These kind of gangsters don't have tattoos. They have aircraft carriers. They don't put rims on SUVs. They got fighter jets guarding their meetings. They don't do drug deals. They invade nations that produce drugs, and then they ship them home and flood our streets and get crime and destruction out of control, so that you say, oh, please, save us. Increase the police presence. We need more cops. And if you look at the cops in your town now, they show up with black fatigues, no names, look like stormtroopers. And when they have planned protests where they know there's going to be a turnout, not something like the Truth Party where no one's going to come, but something like a G20 protest or an Olympic protest. They send in their provocateurs the day before with their masks, and they tear up the towns and throw paper boxes through banks and do all this nonsense, set cop cars on fire, and the people sit at home and watch on the news and see all these hooligans ripping through the streets and say, we should cut down, arrest all these fools. And then the next day the police come and arrest just legitimate protesters. There's no one here trying to cause violence at all, ever, no matter what. There's no one here advocating violence. That's a flawed model of revolution, and we can't continue to do it over and over and expect you're going to have any change, because all you're going to be doing then is taking control of the power chart. And that's not what we want to do. We want to take it and turn it upside down. People on top, armies underneath, peace on the planet. And this is possible. This is not impossible. You get a new government in the United States, and you can have change all around the world. We don't have to kill everybody. I guess one of the good things is when they take our freedoms, the terrorists won't hate us anymore. That's a good thing.